and we're kicking it off in grand fashion with one of the most fastest rising, in his mind, welterweights in the game.
Making his way to the ring, weighing in at 184 and a half pounds, hailing from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the apex of combat, Lee Moriarty!
Well, a lot's happened since you've been here, Mr. Steele. Lee Moriarty had a victory over Ace Austin a couple of months ago at Elevation, went on to welterweight 3 on pay-per-view, and succumbed to Gregory Iron, the handicapped hero. Showed Lee a thing or two about disrespecting and overlooking a veteran, especially a veteran with a big heart like Gregory Iron. And Lee Moriarty coming back looking unfazed. But what do you think his frame of mind is coming off of that loss to Gregory Iron?
Well, I think Gregory Iron in the groin.
Stop it. Well, maybe we're going to get Lee's point of view before we get your thoughts as well.
I competed in this ring at Welterweight Wrestling 3, and I won. I don't care what the referees say. I won. I won.
You said you didn't win.
It doesn't matter how I won. The ref did this. 1, 2, 2, and the bell rang. That means I won. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Shut up! You shut up! You shut up! No professional sports reverse the decision after it's happened. MMA doesn't happen, boxing doesn't happen, and it shouldn't happen in pro wrestling. Welterweight wrestling is biased because I'm not like all these other little guys walking around. I'm the swelterweight. I'm getting my title shot one way or another. So everyone better watch their step and protect their neck.
Well, Joe, I think Lee Moriarty said it better than I really could have.
What Lee is referring to is the fact that he had pinned Gregory Iron for a 3 count, but was immediately waved off when the referee caught Lee Moriarty illegally cheating for leverage. That was not an official 3 count. The match was immediately ordered to continue. Check out this guy. He's had a polarizing couple of months.
Weighing in at 174 pounds, weighing out of Indianapolis, Indiana, the one-man boy band, Ace Perry!
You know, Joe, I know I've been gone for a little while. Nick Lendl looks very, very different. Also like to thank J. Farnsworth, an excellent choice, I might say, taking my spot there while on vacation and on assignment. But it's nice to see that Ace Perry still wears clothes that you can't find in a normal store. He just takes scissors to him. He's getting centered.
Well, I think Lee was mocking Ace Perry that time. Ace Perry has had a conflicting 6 months or so ever since he lost the welterweight championship to Gory at welterweight 2. We've seen Ace Perry have issues with Nate Wings, issues with Dylan Bostic, of course with Gory himself. Ace Perry has been an individual who has been so emotional, has been so conflicted, and he's wanted that championship more than anything. And Ace Perry's just a guy who feels like he doesn't know who he can trust, and right away Ace Perry goes for that cutter. Couldn't snap it off, but Ace Perry is coming out guns a-blazing. No hesitation out of nowhere. Ace goes high risk, and you can tell this is stemming back from Ace being defeated by Dylan Bostic in the street fight at welterweight 3. Perry, 2-0, has an extra urgency about him. It's almost like he feels that the window's closing on getting back into welterweight title contention.
Well, there's no doubt when you fall off and you lose the championship, sometimes it can take a heck of a long time to get in there. He certainly got his work cut out for him being in there with Lee Moriarty, but I don't think Lee Moriarty had his time to center and find his chi. Oh, no, he found it. Never mind.
How long does he need, honestly? Lee, nice uppercut that time. Got a...
I think so. You know what? If you'd like, I can do this solo.
I do have some business to attend to. Lee now. A cover with the forearm. Draped across the face of Ace Perry. It's a little extra sign of disrespect as well.
That's not disrespect. It's a martial art of master to student.
I almost hesitate to ask this, but you have two men who've been very, very vocal about their intentions. Who do you think deserves a welterweight championship opportunity more? Ace has not had a one-on-one shot at the title since losing it. Lee hasn't had one yet, period. He is the welterweight if you ask him. But one can question what Lee has done to earn that opportunity. Where do you stand?
Well, I think if Ace Perry wanted to not have to worry about a title shot, he shouldn't have lost the title in the first place. So that's on him. And as far as Lee Moriarty goes, he defeated Gregory Iron. He got the 3 count, so I think he's certainly in line for a title shot sooner rather than later.
He did not defeat Gregory Iron. The 3 count was waved off.
He just said it was 1, 2,
There's a cover, and only 2 that time we did not get to add. But I'll tell you what, it's a situation where, you know, you look at hockey, and sometimes they get the wrong call. And they switch out who's serving a penalty or if there is a penalty. In football and hockey, you have the coach's challenge to review a play. The referee was on top of things. He noticed the issue, he waved it off, and Lee is now showboating as Ace Perry's tied in the rope.
Wait, hold on, he's going to pose. We need total silence.
It's a hesitation drop kick, and Lee is really proud of that drop kick.
We see, actually, Ace Perry's the thing. Ace Perry was tied up in the ropes, and Lee Moriarty made sure that he wasn't tied up anymore.
Lee is like a spoiled brat. He has no respect for anybody or anything.
He is a martial artist. He is the Bruce Lee of Premier.
He is the least disciplined martial artist I've ever seen in my life.
Well, you may not understand. We've been over this before. You don't understand martial arts like myself and Mr. Moriarty.
You?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was in Thailand learning Thai martial arts.
Another hard shot by Moriarty, who is a very, very skilled striker. There's no doubt about that. Lee would not be here if he wasn't one of the best rising young stars in the game today. But so too can be said about Ace Perry. You can't take that away from him.
Well, no doubt, Ace Perry, he was the welterweight champion for a reason. He fought through and he won that championship. But it seems to me like Ace Perry just, nobody likes him. And we've covered Nate Wings, we've covered Owen Bostic, we see the Lee Moriarty.
What is this?
And you know, one thing that's left out about Lee Moriarty is he's very, very innovative offense.
I think Lee's looking for showboating and style points here, trying to embarrass Ace Perry. I think Lee knows that Ace is coming into this matchup. He's still denying the Gregory Iron loss. I think Lee knows Ace is coming into this matchup with heightened tempers and accelerating motions. And at least trying to manipulate that to the best of his ability.
Well, you said earlier, he's a young, talented kid. He's also a confident kid, and he's a smart kid. That comes with martial arts. If you take advantage of a little situation here or there, as long as the ends justify the means, you're okay.
He's got the foot up and is trying to create some distance. With distance and come opportunity, and Ace connects high that time. Moriarty is dazed. Perry goes springboard. Crossbody connects. You talk about Perry being against the world. BC, you've been around long enough to know as well as I do. When you're the champion, you got a target on your back. And look out. Nice drop kick in the corner. I mean, the world was against Ace Perry. The walls were closing in. The Nate Wings thing was an accident. But Ace Perry was a marked man, and he still is. There's a cover. No. But the problem is, I think Ace Perry just takes the Nate Wings thing very personally. The Bostic thing is personal. Perry loved being a representative of this division, and it just is a testament to how important it was and how much it meant to him to be the flag bearer of welterweight wrestling. He wants so badly to be the champion of these people in this brand again. I commend him for that. It's going to be a lot of hard work, but Ace Perry is, in my opinion, prepared for it.
Well, he can want all he wants, but like the Beatles once said, you don't always get what you want.
Well, Lee didn't want that forearm that time.
But he wanted that uppercut. Uppercut! You know, what
are you doing?
That
doesn't make any sense.
I did not mishearing that for once.
Oh, Perry with a super kick. And a striking game center ring between two very skilled welterweights.
Hold it!
And Moriarty caught Perry dazed. And again, looking to make Ace Perry the butt of the jokes. Butterfly suplex, gotta know.
Well, Joe, let me pose a question to you. What do you think, whoever the winner of this matchup is, my money is on Lee Moriarty, but the winner of this matchup, what does that do for them in the welterweight rankings?
I think that puts them right in line. And I'll tell you what, I've been talking to Nate Wings, and Nate Wings wants to be the fightingest welterweight champion ever. I know Nate Wings has already put his name on a few contracts that I've suggested he doesn't have to, he doesn't need to, and that includes his matchup tonight. But Nate Wings wants to erase all doubt and prove all skeptics wrong. He's the real deal.
Oh, well, that's special and wonderful and sweet, and let's...
Wait, shoulders down. Victory roll gets 2.
Let's create a Hallmark movie on it about how great and wonderful Nate Wings is.
Oh, Perry the German. Follow through the thrust kick. Perry went for the cutter, but Lee was able to catch Perry midstream. And now, that elevated backbreaker. We've seen Lee finish many opponents with it. Will Ace Perry be one of them? Lee Moriarty picks up a victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Lee Moriarty!
And I gotta consider this at least a mild upset. Lee Moriarty defeated the former welterweight champion. And hey, I'll give credit where credit is due. Lee came in with a chip on his shoulder and a lot to prove here. But I think Ace Perry maybe went for that well of the cutter once too often. Lee had it scouted the first time, he had it scouted this time. And Lee Moriarty certainly knew Ace Perry's strategy and was able to adjust, and you can tell he wants that welterweight championship.
And he's got a lot of momentum. He beat Al My Groin, Gregory Irons.
He did not beat him.
He could put that on a t-shirt. I bet that would sell well. And he just defeated former champion Ace Perry. Things are looking up for the Bruce Lee of Premier, and the Bruce Lee, and the Swelterweight, and everything else for Mr. Lee Moriarty.
Well, you got to feel for Ace Perry as the frustration sets in once again. These fans are still with him. These fans are still supporting him.
Well, that and $5 will get you an expensive Starbucks cup of coffee.
But Ace Perry's got to be going through a lot of inflection right now. A lot of frustration, maybe a lot of self-doubt as well. Is Ace Perry going to be able to get back on top of the welterweights?